Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Thursday, another weekday that ends in Y. I see nothing has changed. The sellers still have control, and we're just getting more and more and more and more oversold. So, as we get oversold, a lot of traders are getting nervous about shorting, and I don't blame you. The thing about it is we're not seeing any real bullish any bullish charts jumping out there. There's some bullish setups, but they're just not jumping out there. So I get it. If you feel like we're look at T21, 22, we're very oversold here. So if you're thinking, hey, I don't want to be buying short right now, I get it. I happen to believe that when all the dust settles, the most important thing is going to be price and the trend. And the trend is still down, and price is still saying it's down. But I get it if you want to sit out of the market for a little bit till something changes. I do think for something to change, we need to do the exact opposite of what the bears have been doing. If we come up here to this top, you can see a high, a low, a failed high. We come down, I'll just go to here. We could have gone to here, I guess. Here we have a lower low, and we have another failed high. And see, that's what needs to happen here to turn us around. So we need a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high. I bet you guys are getting really tired of hearing that. Same thing. It's like a broken record. Good morning, Julie, Gavin, John, Chip. Hey, Blue, Mark. How's everybody doing today? Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Morning, Ron. So, be careful to, if you're jumping into any relief rallies, the relief rallies have been very short-lived lately. Very short-lived. Here, we could call that a relief rally. Very short-lived. Very short-lived. So they're really quick. Notice the 500 period moving average. I want to talk about that for a minute. This is the 500 period moving average, and this is the 1,000 moving average. 1,000. I had people email me yesterday because I put the 1,000 up here, and they went, "What? 1,000? What am I thinking?" Well, I love moving averages. I really do. And I'm not at all suggesting that price comes to the 50, 500 and find some magical support. I'm not suggesting that at all. I'm not suggesting that we even get down here to the 1,000. What I am suggesting, however, is that price action, if you go take a look at it, it will always go from a moving average to a moving average to a moving average, whether you're going from the top down or from down to the top. It always does that. Many times, moving averages can be support and can be resistance. They can be areas of just a speed bump. That's it. It's like the 500 here. When you're up here, I have no clue that we were going to get down here, but I noticed it there, and I am a big believer in as price slides down, the closer it gets, that moving average becomes a magnet. And that will be true with this 1,000. The closer we get, it becomes a magnet. Now, we're not close enough yet to call that a magnet. I'm not at all suggesting that on the spine just yet. Let's just wait and see. Take a look at the diamonds. Here's the diamonds. We've made nothing but lower highs and lower lows. Now we're down here to that 500. We're actually below it. There's the 1,000 down there. And another thing, there are tons of places in between there that the bulls could just rally together and just stomp those bears right out of there. There are tons of places. And that's why we watch for price action and we watch for chart patterns. Qs. Uh-oh. Qs are getting kind of close, aren't they? Kind of close. Here's the 500 period moving average. Here's the 1,000. Getting kind of close. We got down there yesterday, a little more than halfway. So one has to ask now, is that magnet going to start working pretty quick? Is that magnet going to start working? And that's something I'm going to be watching on the Qs. So if you don't believe it's true, take a look at IWM. Here's the 500 period moving average. And uh-oh, here's the 1,000. We made it down there. So it is very real. I think it's a very logical and very sound strategy. Again, it doesn't mean that that's some big buy area. It doesn't mean it's some big sale area. You drink coffee here. I'm sorry, I'm still talking kind of funny. Yesterday I went to the dentist and they ground off this tooth that I broke. But before I could get to the dentist, the tooth is really sharp and it just cut the devil out of the side of my tongue. My tongue is still swollen. It hurts. Anyway, poor me. Let's keep that in mind. Are we ready to bounce? I don't know. I'll tell you after we bounce. Trying to come in here and say, hey, we're going to revert. It's one thing intraday we're sitting here and saying, hey, we could be ready for a bounce, a little intraday bounce. That's one thing. But coming in here and saying, this is the bottom, that's a fool's game. That's an absolute fool's game. Don't do that. Very dangerous to do that. All right, let's take a look at some charts. I do a lot of work with the scanner, and I have a lot of people that contact me and want me to help them with it. And they saw something somebody saw something I was doing the other day on recent crosses, price crossing moving averages. So that's what I decided because I was working with them. We were looking at those stocks. So I decided to do nothing but that for trade ideas today. Recent crosses of the 50 period moving average. If you go back and look at history, when we have crosses of major moving averages, it doesn't have to be the 50, it could be a major moving average. Many times, price will continue to go down until it stabilizes and then it'll start to go up. The nice thing about using a major moving average is that if we cross below with price and we come right back up, then you know that strategy didn't work. And that's something we have to accept, is that not all strategies work all the time, okay? So what I did, I created a scan that looked for price that recently crossed the 50 period moving average within the past 14 days. Then I went through those and then I looked for charts that were in a 3/8 trap. So you've got crossing the 50 within 14 days and then in a 3/8 trap. So really what you have is something like a pullback setting up for a bear flag, something similar to that. And take a look at BTU here. So BTU, here we are crossing below the 50. We attempted to break out and failed. Looks like we attempted again yesterday. It didn't work out. And so far this morning, it looks like the sellers have control under the T-line. Take a look at VET. See how VET has been trending up. VET also put in a nice little top right here. See how we broke below the 50? We rallied up. This would have alerted as well too back here. Um, so here we broke down. We rallied up and failed down, rallied back over, and then failed again, which all that did was create a lower high. Well, now here we are with a 3/8 drop right here, setting up for a short. SWN. There's a lot of energies actually doing this right now. You might want to be a tiny, tiny bit careful shorting a bunch of oil stocks. But if the charts are saying it, then I would do it. It just make sure you have those stops on there because energy can pop back up real fast. But right now, take a look at Southwest Energy here. You've got lower highs, and then we have the failure of the 50 period moving average. You get this blue eyes failure, and then up we go, and we're a 3/8 drop now, right? Really cool scan, really is. Tech, look at tech. Beautiful trend, beautiful. Then all of a sudden it gets sideways. It would have alerted here, and then it would have, if you would have been short in here, you would have been stopped out. Well, here we're doing it again, where we're down. You got that 3/8 trap, 17 below the 50, price below the T line. Just a great looking short setup, if you ask me. TCOM, look at TCOM. Look at that. Also, too, you don't have to have a 50 period moving average that's just trending up. It's okay to have a 50 period moving average trending down. So, right in here, see red, there we go. You can see we crossed below the 50 within 14 days. And there's no magic to 14 days. I just picked 14 days. You could use 5 days if you want. You can use 21 days if you want. There's no real magic to that. So within 14 days, and then here it popped down, and here we're up. Does it look like we're headed down now? Does to me. Mosaic. Look at Mosaic here. A high, a failed high, below the 50, and then we attempt to take the 50 on, and it doesn't look like we're going to do it. So when I look at charts like this, I'm going to go to those moving averages. I like the dotted deuce. I do use that a lot. And there's the 200. Now, I know there are plenty spots in here that the buyers could come in. But generally, this is what I look at. And is this a trade? Well, and I'm going to go to the 200 down here. So there's 33%. Hey, if it stops halfway, that's still a 15% profit in there. ABC, look at this. Double top, a low, failed high. Here we are below the 50 period moving average. Nice, very nice, very clean. Here's another energy, HAL, high, failed high, down, up. It looks like we're moving down. This type of setup is a bearish chart setup. That's bearish. Just the opposite of a bullish. Just the opposite. APA, here's another one. Double top, below the 50. We're in that 3/8 trap area now. SLB, nice little top right here, below the 50. 3/8 trap right now, all within 14 days. KWEB, that's where it was counting above the 50 right there, just ever so close. Down, here we are back up. Still looks like there's more downside. KR, the KR. Cross down within the past 14 days. We're in that 3/8 trap area, right in here. So, does anyone have any questions on that? I went through that pretty fast. We still have some time. Sorry I had to run out yesterday. One of those things I had to take care of. I see somebody saying KR could be a short. Oh, yeah. Yeah, KR definitely is a short here, KR. Yeah. Okay, if no one has any questions, thank you very much. We'll see everybody back here when the market opens up. I'll go get this video taken care of, and we'll see everybody in just a little bit. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.